You can trust the plan, have a little faith. You asking for arrest before you even seen the case. Indictment sealed, man, I don't think you know the stakes. Nothing's happening, well I guess I'll wait. This ain't checkers, this is chess. 5D, let me stress. Planned out and obsessed, every single move addressed. All the counters are accounted for, now it's stored. Couldn't imagine more with the pain I'm bringing forward. I am trying to exercise patience, but I'm vexed and I need some retribution, cause I'm losing all that's left inside. But I'll wait, let the course that justice takes take its course, yeah, of course, even if it's running late. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. When's the movie shall begin? I'm watching fun and game theory. It's straight up kung fu, masters of the martial arts in regards to making people do exactly what they want them to. Damn it, Q, man, who could've guessed it's even true?
Maybe you could show us some proof.
Hey, bro, I got insane deltas. You better remain sheltered, dropping these Twitter Moab bombs, leaving the cabal helpless. All their assets frozen, but the slush funds have melted. Got them all in check. I'd suggest they go to the place that's hiding Elvis. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the
What is going on, everyone? Thank you for Thank you for joining me. Jesus. Sorry. Didn't have my microphone right here. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. Today is October 2nd. It is 9:01 p.m. Central Time, and thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. We are multicasting on multiple platforms. In fact, my own personal Facebook page, which I hate doing, but I was like, you know what, let me just throw it in there and put it in the mix. And we are multicasting on Periscope, of course, DLive, Facebook, and YouTube as well. That's where most people like to congregate, is, of course, YouTube. So thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. We got a great show for you today. Well, what's the show about? Well, POTUS and the First Lady, they test positive for COVID-19. We got E-6B Mercury planes going around. Once those things are up in the air, it's some serious business, and we're going to talk more about that. And, of course, more news. But before we get into any of that, we got to do a little bit of this, which is the sponsor of the show, which is you guys. You guys are the sponsor of the show. This channel is 100% completely demonetized, as we all know. Why? Because, well, I guess I cuss too much, or they just don't like Donald Trump. I'm not 100% sure. They have not given me a clear answer why, but it is 100% demonetized. So if you want to become a Patreon, go to patreon.com/informativeinfo. For as little as $1, you can get your name into intermission. Or if you just want to donate once, go to informativeinfo.com. So with that being said, Donald Trump has COVID, guys. Damn it. Now, yes, he has COVID, but it's not a big deal, all right? People are trying to make a big deal out of it, and I mean, like I've said ever since this thing came out, I personally don't think it's a big deal. It is what it is. It is what it is. And so him, and you know what? My imagination is thinking, okay, how the hell did he get it? And I was in Las Vegas the day before I was in Las Vegas for a week. I just got back, but the day before the debate, I was telling Tim, I was like, I don't want Joe Biden or Donald Trump touching hands or touching at all, shaking hands, because Joe Biden will freaking do some sneaky crap. And look what happened. After the debate, he freaking has COVID now. Well, I would imagine, since he is the President of the United States, and since this is a real virus, that he's going to definitely get tested. Well, I'm sure he gets tested a lot for one, and two, the people that are around him a lot get tested. So, yeah, and I hear that getting the test is definitely not comfortable. It's very, very not comfortable. It's horrible. I actually got one of those tests when I was like 12 because they thought I had the flu, which I did. That was the last time I had the flu. And they stuck something all the way up my nose, and it fucking hurt. And so, yeah, that is definitely very uncomfortable. Just imagine getting that test every day because you have to see the president. Damn, that sucks. So, of course, Donald Trump, he actually, he went over to, he's now at the hospital, in fact. Yeah, he's at the hospital. Which one is it? Is the Walter Reed Medical Hospital. In fact, let's take a look at him going over there. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Well, let's listen in.
And then, I don't know if you heard that person talking. He's like, I'm sure. I'll get into that in a second. So he's going over to the hospital. All right, so it's at that time where Jim Acosta, that son bitch, he said Donald Trump didn't stop for for questions. He tweeted it. Donald Trump didn't stop for questions. Really, man? Really? Because he has COVID. And I think the headline would be a lot worse if he stopped for questions. Donald Trump stops for questions even though he has COVID. Like, I already see that headline already. But of course, Donald Trump didn't just leave us in the dark. He actually told us that he was going over to the hospital, which here it is right here.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you. I want to thank everybody.
Yeah, so obviously he's doing well. Some people, they have it and they don't even, know they have it at all. I mean, it's some people, they just don't know. And some people, they get it and they get it really bad. And so, of course, there are Trump supporters at the hospital outside. Take a look. Here we go.
Tonight to explain more. Rick?
Hey, Tucker, there are a lot of people wishing the president and First Lady well on Twitter, sending thoughts and prayers for a speedy recovery. But no surprise, the haters are not holding back, actually saying they hope the first couple die. And Twitter says it's immediately removing those messages because they violate policy. Here's one from former Obama staffer Zara Rahim, who shared this and then apparently self-deleted a post reading, "It's been against my moral identity to tweet this for the past 4 years, but I hope he dies." Then there's Steve Cox, an independent candidate for California's 39th district, who posted numerous tweets wishing death on the president and then wrote, by quote, "I hope they both die. I was talking about Trump and Biden, not Melania. She seems nice." And former Elizabeth Warren staffer Max Berger wrote, "Trump has destroyed millions of lives. He deserves none of our sympathy." Some Twitter users have compiled a library of mean tweets wishing the worst on the president, and there are too many of them to count, Tucker. In a statement, Twitter says content that wishes, hopes, or expresses a desire for death, serious bodily harm, or fatal disease against an individual is against our rules, and Twitter says it will prioritize the removal of content when it has a clear call to action that could cause real-world harm. That's a quote. Meanwhile, the president's tweet announcing he had the virus was his most popular ever, at last count tallying 1.7 million likes. Tucker.
1.7 million likes. That's a lot of likes on a tweet. It's almost as much as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson followers he lost after he endorsed Joe Biden on Twitter. But, you know, this is a very serious thing. And of course, you know, it brings up a question of, you know, good and evil and all that stuff. And so this is actually from the Western Journal. And I wanted to read this article to you guys right here. Oh, look at that steak. Jeez, it looks so good. Anyway, it says, satanic imagery. Curses appear with Trump's tweet on COVID diagnosis. Let me get my glasses for this one. Why is this thing still... Oh, it's an ad. Okay, never mind. Okay, let me get my glasses. Sorry. So I don't have to zoom in. Okay, here we go. It says oh geez. Okay, the public response to President Donald Trump's positive COVID-19 diagnosis went a step beyond the malicious Friday morning as strange accounts flooded the social media announcement with satanic imagery and apparent curses. Yes, satanic imagery and apparent curses. Trump had taken to Twitter on Thursday evening to directly inform the nation that he and First Lady Melania Trump had both contracted the coronavirus and would be quarantining at the White House effective immediately. Tonight, Flotus and I tested positive for COVID-19, Trump wrote. Okay, and it goes on, it says, it was only a few short minutes before the Post was inevitably met by fringe left-wing aliases and public opponents of the president weighing in with all kinds of negative remarks. Some users, however, took things well beyond the sarcastic remark or celebration of the diagnosis, directing foreign language curses and images of Satan toward the president in his sickness. Seemingly the most common among those responses was a lyric verse or spell traditionally written in the Northwest Indian language of Punjabi. Quote, the dead are resurrected day and night without anyone knowing, end quote, the user wrote, according to a translation made available by Twitter's embedded Google Translate feature. Quote, take refuge in the madness you are about to endure, or you will be drowned forever by its cold teeth, as it points out. And so this is the actual tweet right there. And there's another one right here. And another one right here. Others broke the template, forwarding similar comments and curses in a variety of other languages, publicly asking for the Lord Satan, you see the quotations, to empower them to vanquish the enemies of our freedom and well-being. Quote, this curse carries the power of 1,000 witches. You will never find peace or happiness. You will be cursed for centuries, end quote, one user wrote, attaching images that will appear to be of a voodoo puppet doll burning. Quote, the ancestors of each witch will follow you until the end of time, old man, end quote. And then also goes, quote, lock your doors because I'm coming to eat ripe babies and feed your dead skin, end quote, another user wrote in a post so sexually suggestive it could not be embedded below. Yes, and so there is the actual, you know, I guess voodoo dolls. And of course, this Lucifer Voss person on Twitter, of course, says Hail Satan, all this other shit. Says there were, of course, a great many traditional malicious responses as well, with users making jokes at the first family's expense, wishing the president ill, and advocating a lack of sympathy in response to the administration's public policy views on the virus. Outpourings of support and prayer were not absent, however, and prominent establishment media personalities and political opponents of the administration wished the president and the first lady a speedy recovery. And yes, Joe Biden was actually one of those people. And of course, I don't believe that shit. I'm just saying. Also, thank you guys for watching. Let's see who's up in the chat here. Let's see. We got Queen Reina 17. We got Maria Schreiber. We got Jennifer. We have Andrew Trainer. He's moving up into Texas. What up, bruh? We got Kobe Shumway. What's up? All the way up there in Vegas. How's it going, man? Let me tell you something about Kobe. Kobe's the coolest motherfucker on planet. William Palmer as well. We got Shannon Emerson. We got Angela Wagner. We have 999 Silver. What up? And that's it on Twitter. I mean, on Twitter, on YouTube. Jeez, I don't know what the hell's going on with me. But let me see if there's anybody else saying anything. No one else is saying anything on any other platform. That's why YouTube is the main platform. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, you just go on. So let's continue on with what I was actually trying to go do, you know. I just had to give everybody a shout out. So, yes, there was a whole bunch of Satanists, you know. Not good at all. And, of course, there was a whole bunch of normal people that actually, you know, they don't like Donald Trump. You know, I mean, I can't force them to like Donald Trump, but it is what it is. And, of course, Nancy Pelosi is actually one of the people that said, oh, well, he didn't wear a mask. And, of course, Chris Wallace, too. So, and you know what? There's a reason why I don't think he wore a mask, because everyone gets fucking tested around him. But thanks to the Dirty Truth, he posted this on Twitter. This is, and if you don't know who Chris Wallace is, he's the dude that did the actual debate. That son-of-a-bitch. So, let's take a look and see what he has to say.
Exists on the planet, and he got it through no fault of his own, and so the answer is wear the damn mask.
Chris, I want to read this to you. Fox has obtained an exclusive interview with Dr. Scott Atlas, who you know is a special advisor on coronavirus to President Trump. He has just given this interview, and he said that he expects the president and the first lady to make a, quote, complete, full, and rapid recovery after the two tested positive. He says that there is, quote, zero reason to panic. Again, this is an exclusive interview to Fox. He said this is very difficult to avoid, talking about the virus itself, and then said it is no surprise that people get the infection even with precautions. I anticipate a complete and full and rapid recovery back to normal after his necessary confinement period. I anticipate he will be back on the road in full swing. He ultimately said he is a very, very healthy guy, and the overwhelming majority of people, even at his age, do fine with this. He is very healthy, and so I anticipate the same for him. That's Dr. Scott Atlas, Chris.
Well, I'm going to say something, and folks, I'm just trying to give you the truth. Dr. Scott Atlas is not an epidemiologist, is not an infectious disease specialist. He has no training in this area at all. There are a number of top people on the president's coronavirus task force who have had grave concerns about Scott Atlas and his scientific bona fides. I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback from this.
And I think he's a shitty debater. This debate moderator. Yes, this guy right here talking.
I very much hope everything he says is true. One, he can't know because the president is just in the earliest stages of this. And two, you know, I understand the desire of the White House and its political people to try to talk this down. And I'm not certainly trying to talk it up. And I hope and pray the president is fine. But again, follow the scientists. Listen to people like Anthony Fauci. Listen to people like Deborah Birx, who have been largely cut off. Listen to the independent people who do not have a political axe to grind. And I frankly don't think Scott Atlas is one of those people.
Well, you know, if we were actually looking for a... Don't look for a political axe to grind. Well, Fossey, his wife works for... I'm not going to even go there. But let's just say Fossey has ties to the Wuhan Center CDC place. Wuhan whatever place. I don't even know. I forgot what it was. But so yes, there's that son of a bitch just talking shit. And then, you know, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy that he has it. And I'm actually surprised because everyone has to get tested, I believe. Of course, if you were looking into some recent stuff, Donald Trump Jr., he actually called in. I haven't seen this video yet. So let's take a look and see. I guess he went on to Fox News or Sean Hannity or something. So let's take a look.
Donald Trump Jr. is here with an update on his father's condition. Don, thanks for joining us. First, we're really sorry about this news. Have you spoken to your father since he was diagnosed, and how is he?
You know, I spoke to him this morning. You know, obviously he's taking it seriously, but really he's, you know, business as usual with my father. You know, I've known him for a long time. I'm 42 years old. I don't know that I've ever seen him sick. I don't know that I've ever seen him actually have the flu or anything like that. So, you know, he's obviously taking it seriously, but he's a fighter. I know he's still working. I know he was speaking with various senators about the stimulus package today. He's going to take it seriously, but if anyone could beat this, it's going to be him.
So, do we have any sense of how long he'll be staying there, or is that unknowable?
You know, it's unknowable. I know they're bringing him to Walter Reed, not for anything in particular other than just to have an abundance of caution for the leader of the free world. So they're going to have him there so they can be under more close observation than they could do under the White House. But he wasn't brought over there, unlike some of the conspiracies I'm seeing out there, for anything more than just that, abundance of caution.
Right. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's the, and by the way, I have no independent detail, but he's the president of the United States. Of course, they're going to want to get him the best medical treatment they possibly can, just prophylactically. So what effect does this have on the work that he's doing, running the country, and on his reelection campaign?
Listen, obviously, I love him on the road for the campaign. That's something that he does so well. He loves that. He feeds off of that. The enthusiasm is very palpable. As it relates to running the free world, I don't think it changes anything. I mean, he's a worker. He's always been a worker, Tucker. For the last few months, when I speak to my father, it's usually after midnight, and he's still in the Oval Office. He's working, whether it's boosting the economy, getting that going again, whether it's dealing with COVID during the crisis. My father's always been a worker. He doesn't sleep much, and he works hard, and he's going to keep fighting. That's, you know, that's what he's going to do right here, right now for the American people. So nothing's going to take a back seat. Obviously, he can't do the public appearances that he'd otherwise be doing. Right now, he's going to take that very seriously, but he's going to be out there. He's going to be working hard. As I mentioned, he's speaking with senators. He just wants to be in the action. That's the way he is. I know Ivanka and Jared tested negative earlier. I tested negative earlier as well.
I did test negative, guys. He's right. All right. Thank you, Don Jr., for giving. I wanted to fool some people and make a joke that I had it, but thanks for spilling the beans, man.
Since we were in proximity with him on Tuesday, so the rest of the family seems to be holding up great, which is also good news. And we look forward to sort of letting that incubation period go through and also getting back to work.
So this has been floating around on a pretty wide scale since March, and your dad has been pretty much out there since March. He hasn't been hiding anywhere. He's been talking to people, a lot of people, and doing a lot of big rallies. Here he gets it a month before the election. It's a little weird. How did he get it, do you think?
Joe Biden.
I don't know. The reality is, the protocols around my father are pretty amazing. Like, Kimberly got it earlier this summer. And the only reason we knew she actually had it was because we were getting in proximity to him. So literally anyone who's in that close proximity is tested each and every day. If he can get it, probably anyone can, for better or worse. But, I know they took really extensive protocols and it didn't seem to matter. So I'm not sure where that would have come from or who. But, the reality is this is something that, can spread.
Yep. How's Hope doing? Hope Hicks, his advisor. Who also
she's doing well also. I just texted her earlier to check in on how she's doing, and sort of like all of those in the sort of inner circle of the Trump family, just really wants to get back at it. Obviously taking it very seriously, wants to be in the game, and they're still going to be working from wherever they're quarantining, and again, for an abundance of caution and just looking to get back on the road and get back out there fighting for the American people.
So you haven't said a partisan word. And you're a pretty political guy and not afraid to hold back. You haven't said anything like that in the 3 minutes we've been talking now. And I don't want to bait you into saying things you don't want to say, but some of the reactions have been, outside the bounds of, I would say, even political attacks. Are you able to filter those out?
I'm pretty good at that. I fight pretty hard. I got that gene from the Trump family, but I think there's a time and a place for all of that. Obviously, you take it personal. I mean, some of the stuff is pretty disgusting. But I've also had people who, I know are not on our side. Even people in the media who have reached out, and it seemed at least genuinely sympathetic, and understanding. So, that leads me to believe, and makes me feel, reasonably good about where things are. Some of the stuff is, way below the belt. It's not worth acknowledging that. That's okay. That's, whatever it is, people can decide what that is. Obviously, as a son, as a family member, as an American, it's upsetting. But, it is what it is in this world, I guess, these days.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I assume this...
And we will just leave it at it. It is what it is. Now, I knew they got tested. I knew everybody that saw him got tested. I just knew it. But, so, him having it causes an actual, I want to say... How do you say this? Given the state of our country, where POTUS, Donald Trump, can't do anything without anybody whining about it, especially the Democrats, his hands, they try to tie his hands as much as possible if he does anything. People called him to make sure he was okay, which I thought was very unusual. Who called him? Putin called him. And Kim Jong-un called him. Now, Kim Jong-un, we can count him out because he's a fucking dumbass. If he's still alive. Apparently Kim Jong-un called him. But Putin, now, they said in the articles that I read that actually he called him to just wish him well and make sure he's okay. But my honest opinion is that, they called him to see how he was, to see how he's doing. Because if he was doing really bad, that is their opportunity to come and swoop on in and try some shit, Hence why this is happening, all right? Now, this is also from Fox News, but hence, this is not a coincidence, me personally, what I think, but it goes into the Mercury. Oh, shit. Okay. It says, gotta get my glasses. Sorry. I'm an old man over here. Gotta get my glasses, my reading glasses. It says, flight over Boeing E-6B Mercuries amid Trump's coronavirus announcement. Purely coincidental. Strategic Command. So, it says 2 Boeing E-6B Mercury planes were detected flying along both coasts of the United States mainland early Friday, around the time President Trump announced he and the First Lady Melania Trump were diagnosed with coronavirus. But the flights were pre-planned, and the timing was purely coincidental, as a U.S. Strategic Command spokesman told Fox News. Now, think about this, all right? Now, yes, okay, it was pre-planned. Yeah, pre-planned not a week ago, but probably like an hour before, because if you read it, it says, they were detected in mainland on Friday around the time President Trump announced he and the First Lady, around the same time. So they were getting ready just in case some shit happened, because when he announced it. And of course Putin called and was like, "Are you all right?" Just making sure he's not dying, because if he was dying, then they're going to try some stuff. But let's continue on. Let's see here. It says a senior defense official also told Fox News there has been no change to the posture of the U.S. military, adding the president remains the commander-in-chief. Trackers on social media noted that one Boeing E-6B Mercury was flying along the East Coast, and another was spotted in the air above Oregon. So, it's just so coincidental. Planes that basically have to do with submarines are on both sides of the coast when he made this announcement. Both sides of the coast. I'm just saying. But let's continue. It says the E-6B is used by the government to convey instructions to the fleet of ballistic submarines in the United States has in waters around the world. The vessels can deploy nuclear-tipped Trident submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMS. The planes are part of Operation Looking Glass, known today as Airborne Command Post, and are used to provide command and control of U.S. nuclear forces if any ground-based command centers are either destroyed or inoperable. There was speculation the airborne command posts were deployed as a warning to any of America's enemies after news broke of Trump's positive test for the novel coronavirus, which that's my personal opinion. That's exactly why they're out. It says the U.S. Navy, which operates a fleet of 16 E-6Bs, normally has at least one of these planes in the air at all times, and it is not uncommon for 2 of the 4 engine planes to be in flight. I don't know. It says while military planes generally turn off their transponders in order to avoid being tracked, the 2 E-6Bs in the air early Friday morning had left theirs on, with the assumption being that their crews want to be seen. Exactly. They want to be seen. Why? Because they don't want anything to go down. It says it's a message to all the small group of adversaries with SLBMS and intercontinental ballistic missiles, end quote. Tim Rogan, a noted open source intelligence practitioner, tweeted. So, yes, Donald Trump, he was in charge and still is in charge, and he's making sure, he even took the precaution to leave their transponders on so they will not mess with us. We're good, though, guys. So don't worry. Don't worry. Also, we have located, everybody has been wondering. Everybody is wondering, where's Hunter Biden? Where's Hunter Biden? Oh, my God. Where's Hunter Biden? You don't see him. We found Hunter Biden. we, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. There we go. Found him. There you are, Hunter. Run, Hunter. Get her. In the middle of the night, I hear the wolf out, Hunter. We found Hunter. We found Hunter. I just had to throw that in there for some comedic relief because we're just talking about too much serious stuff, you know. But going on to that, they also did this as far as not Hunter, but going on to the Mercury planes. This is from Navy.mil, military. It says USS Herschel Woody Williams shifts home port to Greece. The expeditionary sea-based USS Herschel Woody Williams shifted its home port from Norfolk, Virginia to Suda Bay, Greece, effective October 1st of October 2020. Which is incidentally most likely the actual time that POTUS learned he had the coronavirus, which he did late in the night. And of course, they're not preparing, but they're preparing just in case, you know, some shit happens. They're going to keep all these pieces in place just in case stuff happens. You got to have a backup to the backup to the backup. But do I think that he's going to be fine, POTUS? Oh, hell yeah. POTUS is going to be fine. Pop, stop barking. Anyway, while we ponder on that, let's listen. And I always play John Voight's speeches. He's an amazing actor. So let's continue and let's listen to the John Voight speech. He just posted it 12 hours ago. So let's take a gander.
Biden is evil. Trump must win. He's real. He will bring back the people's trust. These leftists are not for the American people. It's the biggest cover-up ever. Biden is an extension of the policies of Obama that weakened America, and we cannot let that happen again. The left are deceitful and have lied to the American people. They have stripped down her mighty powers for their own ego of power to rule the nation's economy. Let us ask God to rid this horror, and let us hold a candle on this land of the free and bring her back to the place she once stood proud. She is God's liberty. She is God's love. She is freedom, dignity. And God will cast his healing breath across this land. He will vanquish deceit. And I assure you that Jesus, Moses, will stand their ground and ask all to vote for truths. Our land of the free will break her chains, and this will be. My children of God, your only hope is to see this greatness. And you must vote for this man in office, the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, for he is a man of integrity fighting for you and this country's welfare. He loves this country as you do. Don't allow deceit to manipulate you, for only truths will prevail. Don't die knowing you all allowed a lie. This lie has to be wiped out. Donald Trump has been great for the American people these last 4 years, and he wants to continue to fight for her glory and freedom. The left will bring you down with their lies and destroy America. Let us all pray, and may God give us strength that we may shine in the name of Jesus and Moses and saints of all religions. May we hold God's torch of truths and pray for world peace, for the U.S. to bring her nation's flag to wave with pride with President Donald Trump, 2020. God bless.
Man, he makes like some he makes some good videos, I'm telling you. He's a really good actor. I loved him in Ray Donovan. Sorry, John Donovan. What the hell am I talking about? Also, you know, Donald Trump did not only call on the military to actually, you know, take care of everything. He had to call on the domestic people too, just in case some terrorist plot was about to go down. He also called on Batman, but of course, the boys in blue pulled him over.
No way.
Batman, motherfucker. I saw that and I had to just show it. It's so hilarious for sure. So, also, let's get into some serious stuff. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to get into that after the intermission, okay? After the intermission, we're going to be talking about Q. And the House Democrats, this is real, they voted in condemning QAnon and its rhetoric, which is not rhetoric, but we're going to get into that after intermission. And so, if you want to become a Patreon, you can get your name in the intermission for as little as $1. The name, or to go there, you just go to patreon.com/informative info. All right. So, with that being said, we'll see you here in a little bit, and we're going to talk some Q and go from there. So, here we go.
Bleep, bloop, blop, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. I'm a Russian bot, I get it all the time. I meddle in elections when connected in a line. Set up an intersection between your Facebook page and mine. Show you an ad now, I control your mind. I'm a Russian bot, I'm a Russian bot. My prime directive is affecting your democracy. Crappy, if you ask me. Hold your pack funded man can take a back seat. Cause I'm a Russian bot, I spent a couple $100,000. And we can pick the man for president, damn. You got a pack who would donate a couple mil, but that ain't as effective as a Russian bot still. I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a bot. I'm a Russian bot, yeah, I'm a bot. I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a Russian bot.
Are you tired of calling your friends racist, even though you're not really sure if they are? Are you tired of Black Lives Matter crapping all over your narrative that Black Lives Matter? Are people calling you Karen, and you're tired of them calling you Karen, even though your name is Karen, and now you're caring about being called Karen? Did you just send that racist tweet? You sure did. Nazi. Are you tired of creating clever Twitter responses only to have your opponent respond with, "Lol, you mad? Did you just tell that lab scientist to do his own research?" Only to have him respond by furnishing his own research? Stupid move, kid. Did you just post to all your social media accounts that there's a war in Syria? Only to find out that the video was from 2017 and from Kentucky. Oh boy. Are you suffering from fake news overload and so tired of... The hell is wrong with this lady? Day by day, people are waking up to the alarming fact that there's no such thing as murder hornets and are seeking help. And when they do, and they will, we'll be ready. For those that are waking up, there's Red Pill. Red Pill may not be right for everybody, but it might be right for you. And you. Red Pill may cause the sudden awareness that most of what you see on TV is total crap. Red Pill may cause sudden bouts of laughter and the experience of a sense of humor at the absurdity of it all, as well as the staunch realization that the entire world is not dying of coronavirus. Some users of Red Pill have experienced sensations of not giving a crap, just like this guy at the beach, in a suit. Not giving a crap. Side effects of Red Pill have included thinking for yourself, doing your own research, understanding that the Obama administration spied on a duly elected president, and that Hollywood is a gang of psychos, mistrust of politicians and the media, and he's gone. Red Pill may or may not be right for some children, just like Disney movies. So ask yourself if Red Pill may be right for you. Red Pill. Stop being such a freaking jerk.
Bot, yeah, bot. What you thought, man? I'm a Russian bot. Bleep, bloop, blop, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. Russian bots that are Russian. We fight the Cold War with a little Robitussin, yeah. Russian bots, man, no question. Don't even talk about the hack of Vault 7 or how the scribbleware can change the country or connection to frame your enemies. Yeah, now that's a cyber weapon. But I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. Nothing here to see. Bleep, bloop, bot, B-O-T. If you need help, you can pay.
All right, guys, thank you for sticking through intermission. Really appreciate it. I'd like to thank everyone that actually has stuck through intermission. We got Luke Slytalker. He's in the chat right now. If you like his music on the intermission or the intro, go check him out. He's awesome. He has all his stuff on SoundCloud for free. We got D Shuck. We got Kobe Shumway. We got Fred from New Hampshire. We got Queen Reina 17. We have MC Hermit. We have Pamela Nelson. We have Maria Schreiber. We also have, I think that's it, Jimmy Titus. What's up, Jimmy? There's a whole bunch. Erica Hall. We have Shauna Rainfall. What's up, Shauna? How you doing? We have EO2 Dave. What up, dude? How you doing? We also have, did I say Don Spollinger already? I don't know. Luigi Luciordoni. We got Luigi in the house. We also have Jennifer. I love saying Luigi's name. Every time I say it, I love saying it. Luciordoni. Hold on. Luciordoni. Luigi. Anyway, Civil, what's going on? Thank you for watching. Thomas Fetland, thank you for watching as well. And everyone, just thank you for watching. You guys are awesome, for sure. D Shuck, what up? William Robinson, how's it going? So, thank you for sticking through intermission, guys. Really appreciate it. If you want to become a Patreon, you know what to do. I just told you. And Pamela Nelson as well. Thank you for watching. So, next we're going to be talking about Q and the House. And I think it's very, very coincidental. Hold on, which camera is it? This one? Okay, it's this one. Okay, I have two, sorry. I think it's very coincidental that POTUS goes into quarantine and then all of a sudden the House votes to condemn QAnon conspiracy theory, saying it's a sick cult. That's some bullshit. For real. If it was a sick cult, I wouldn't be anywhere near it. And of course, you can see my background. That's all I gotta say. So, let's go on and read some fake news for sure. All right.
I'm the president and you're fake news.
So, this is from Fake News NPR.
I'm the president and you're fake news.
It says House votes to condemn QAnon conspiracy theory. It's a sick cult.
How dare you?
Yes, how dare you? Exactly. It says the House overwhelmingly approved a resolution condemning QAnon, the fringe movement that promotes wide-ranging conspiracy theories about the United States government and yet has enjoyed a rising tide inside conservative politics in part because of tactic encouragement from President Trump. Now, this is obviously a hit piece as usual, and I honestly think it's ridiculous that they can vote on, at the House. They can vote on taking out QAnon, but they can't agree on a stimulus check for the American people. Really, seriously, really. I mean, what's going on with that? You can do this, but you can't do a stimulus check.
How dare you?
It says the measure passed 371 to 18 with one GOP member voting present, not president. Now, of course, this is the House. House doesn't mean shit. The Senate. We can pass. The House can pass I don't know. The moon is falling to Earth bill, and it wouldn't matter, But anyway, let's continue on. It says QAnon is a collective delusion. Yeah, right. Said House Rules Chairman Jim McGovern, Democrat of Massachusetts. Quote, "We all must call it what it is, a sick cult," end quote. And my quote for him is, anyway, it says the resolution was sponsored by Rep. Tom Malowinski, a Democrat running for re-election in a competitive New Jersey race. Well, if he's doing this and he's running for Democrat in New Jersey, then he definitely lost. That's for sure. Him doing that put the nail in the coffin for him not being reelected. That's for sure. It says, who has been repeatedly and inaccurately accused by the House of Republicans official a campaign operation of lobbying on behalf of sexual predators. There we go, and that's why he's not going to win, that's for sure. Malowinski told BuzzFeed those attacks have made him the target of death threats by QAnon believers because a central tenet of the conspiracy involves global sex trafficking rings. Quote, "I think they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew they were playing with fire," he said. If you're guilty, you're guilty, man. I mean, those who speak the loudest are the most guilty. So, I'm just saying, you literally bought a bill up about Q, and so you got to be the most fucking corrupt motherfucker on the planet, Mr. Malowinski. Malinowski, sorry, whatever the fuck his name is, says the House GOP campaign operation has not relented on the attack, saying Malinowski, quote, "must live with the consequences of his actions," end quote, and the campaign operation continues to attack other Democrat incumbents for their relationship to Malowinski based on the unsubstantiated claim. Whatever. It says the QAnon conspiracy theory traced back to late 2017 when an anonymous person or person named Q began posting on message boards claiming to possess a security clearance and evidence of a number of global criminal conspiracies, many involving top U.S. political leaders. Now, if you actually did your research on Q, you would find that not all of it, but a lot of it is correct. And in a lot of it, and this is why I'm kind of bored right now with politics, because I already know what's happening because of this dude. I'm not going to even say it, or a girl, or whatever. All I know is it's not Jim Watkins, that's for sure. But let's continue on with this BS, all right?
I'm the president, and you're fake news.
Says QAnon followers gave growth exponentially in the past 3 years, popularized in online conservative political circles because much of the QAnon conspiracy focuses on prominent Democrats as a source of deep-rooted corruption and criminal activity, and that President Trump is the hidden hero trying to expose it all. Trump has fueled the movement by retweeting QAnon accounts and speaking favorably of its adherents. But the resolution did not name the president. QAnon adherents have been linked to violence or attempted violence, including the April arrest of an Illinois woman who traveled to New York and threatened to kill former Vice President Joe Biden, the 2020 Democratic nominee. I didn't even hear about that. When did that happen? It says the movement has also, you know what, I'm not even going to read the rest of this. It's fake news, and so I wanted to bring it up, but here's the picture of, and it's real. Here's the picture of it. And so they had 18 votes to actually not condemn it, and 371 to condemn it. So, and you know what's really weird is 34 Republicans didn't show up. They're like, I don't know whether to believe this or not. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't even know. Whatever. And, no one should have shown up for this. To be honest with you. This shouldn't even hit the House. They have better stuff to do, like trying to get the American people another, stimulus check. And of course, they are just not doing it. Period. It's crazy. It really is. It's so stupid. It's the stupidest thing ever. Wasting their time. Wasting the taxpayers' dollars, usual, the Democrats, on a stupid vote where they could have been trying to get a stimulus check out to the American people, and it's just stupid. It's stupid. All right? And you want to know who else is stupid? Well, you might recognize him. And I'm not going to say his name, but here we go. I forgot his name. That's why I'm not going to say it. But at the, press conference, anyway, let me just show you the damn video.
If I could start off, I'd like to ask you for a definitive and declarative statement without ambiguity or deflection. As the person who speaks for the president, does the president denounce white supremacism and groups that espouse it in all their forms?
This has been answered yesterday by the president himself, the day before by the president himself on the debate stage. The president was asked this. He said, sure, 3 times. Yesterday, he was point blank asked, do you denounce white supremacy? And he said, I've always denounced any form of that. I can go back and read for you in August 2019, in one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. In August of 2017, racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups. I have an entire list of these quotes that I can go through with you. He has condemned white supremacy more than any president in modern history.
Just to clear it up this morning, can you, naming it, make a declarative statement that you denounce, that the president denounces it?
I just did. The president has denounced this repeatedly. The president was asked this. You're contriving a storyline and a narrative.
I'm just asking you to put this to rest.
I just did. I read you all of the quotes, and if you need to see them in writing, I will put them in an email. Hold on.
So, Kayleigh, can you right now denounce white supremacy and the groups that espouse it?
I just did. The president has denounced white supremacy, the KKK, and hate groups in all forms. He signed a resolution to that effect. The president just last week, perhaps you all weren't covering it, but just last week expressed his desire to see the KKK prosecuted as domestic terrorists. This president had advocated for the death penalty for a white supremacist, the first federal execution in 17 years. His record on this is unmistakable, and it's shameful that the media
refuses to recognize any good that he does. I'll just continue that even though it ended. All right. So, why did I show this video? obviously we don't like this dude. Because obviously he has a whole bunch of earwax in his ears. I don't know. But I can tell you this, and from fake news CNN, well...
I'm the president and you're fake news.
We have this. It says New York, from New York, and it says journalists who work at the White House are testing positive for COVID-19. And I say it like that because there's a song that goes with it, but it says a widening coronavirus outbreak at the White House has left members of the media scrambling to find out if they too are infected. The 3 journalists who work at the White House tested positive on Friday, according to a series of memos from the White House Correspondents Association. Quote, given these positive cases, the president's diagnosis and positive cases among other members of the White House staff, a number of White House journalists, are self-isolating pending diagnostic testing. The Correspondents Association said in the email to members Friday night. A White House staffer who sits in the lower press area of the West Wing also received a confirmed positive result on Friday morning. Now, maybe he got it from the press. All right. I don't know. I have no idea. But it says, so there is now widespread concerning among the White House reporters about who was exposed. Friday's first memo obtained by CNN Business said members of the press corps were being notified so that you can make informed judgments. The late morning memo said that, quote, all other journalists tested today tested negative. A follow-up message at 1:33 p.m. carried word of another case of a sick journalist. Now, I honestly think, and I'm not even going to read the rest of this. Now, my opinion on this is the reason why Donald Trump went to the hospital is so that he doesn't have to go do some bullshit pressers where they're going to ask some stupid questions. All right? He can be like, the person can be like, Donald Trump is, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of something. Okay. So, Donald Trump can be like, all right, we have a meteor coming to Earth, and it's going to be here in 60 days. There's nothing we can do about it. We're all dying. And then the reporter's going to be like, Donald Trump, are you a white supremacist? And Donald Trump will be like, did you not just hear me, son? Fucking asteroid, 60 days, we're all dying. And then be like, he's a racist. He's a racist. I mean, stupid freaking, stupid press. The press, even Fox News. F Fox News. Seriously. But, so yes, there are also some journalists that actually, they tested positive, which, I'm not saying they deserve it. I'm not saying they don't deserve it. I'm not saying they do deserve it. I'm just reporting down the middle that they did tested positive for sure. And you know what? That's about it, guys. We are done with today's show. And of course, I got to work tomorrow. So it'll be morning info. Yes, morning info. Also, people that are wondering, when I went to Area 51, that video, I'm going to upload it. I'm not going to go do live. So I have to edit it. But I did see some stuff. 4 objects in the sky. Kobe in the chat, he was there. Kobe Shumway, he was there. He's the one that drove us. And he saw them. And 4 things, 4 objects. They could have been planes. They could have been missiles. They could have been ETs. I don't know. But on the main road of Area 51 when we're pulling up, that just appeared. It was crazy. Got a good video of it too. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are awesome, as usual. And, of course, if you want to support the channel, go to patreon.com/informativeinfo. For as little as $1 or more, you can actually get your name in the intermission. Or you can go to informativeinfo.com and just donate once. That's what's keeping this channel going 100%. Why is it keeping the channel going? Well, because this channel is 100% demonetized on YouTube. So, you guys be safe. We will talk to you soon. Most likely tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. in the morning. Maybe. No, you know what? I'm taking tomorrow off. Sunday morning. I'm gonna take tomorrow off Sunday morning. So yes, Sunday morning, and then we will definitely be there. All right, guys. You guys be safe. So we will talk to you soon. So it's gonna be Sunday morning. My bad, not tomorrow morning. Sunday morning. That's my usual morning show. What are we gonna talk about? I have no idea. I'll figure it out. But we will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching. We got Fred from New Hampshire. God bless you too, man. Andrea Bioletto. Thank you as well. Connie Churchill. Maria Schreiber. D. Shuck. Angela Wagner. What? I haven't seen you in a while, Angela Wagner. Queen Reina 17. Glad you're still alive. Kobe, what up, man? Thank you for watching. You the man, also. You guys be safe. Everyone that's watching and everyone throughout the world. Hopefully you guys are have a nice sleep, and we will talk to you soon. Talk to you later. I will leave you with Baby Yoda. Yes, Baby Yoda. You guys be safe, and peace, guys.
They wanna eat me, but I'd rather stay alive. They wanna freak me, leave me alone or I cry. They call me cutie, I like how they realize that I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky. Can't delete me, cause I'll already try. I know you love me, cause you looked into my eyes. They call me cutie, I like how they realize that I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky. Sky, 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 sky. I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky.
Please protect Baby Yoda at all costs. I repeat. Please protect Baby Yoda at all costs. I repeat. Please protect Baby Yoda at all costs. I repeat.
They wanna eat me, but I'd rather stay alive. They wanna freak me, leave me alone or I cry. They call me cutie, I like how they realize that I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky. Can't delete me, cause I'll already try. I know you love me, cause you looked into my eyes. They call me cutie, I like how they realize that I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky. Sky, 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 sky. I'm here to stay, that I'm reaching for the sky. Sky, sky.